Hi Rakul, how are you?
Very good. How are you?
I'm good, looking really pretty. So
Thank
yes.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Also, I would want to tell you, I watched the trailer of Chhatriwali and it's so good. I am intrigued to see how you all have, put it together without being too preachy. That's what I am looking forward to.
Trust me, I can guarantee you that the film is not preachy. Like how the trailer, we are very overwhelmed with the way the trailer has been received. And I can tell you that the same flavors in the film, that's the treatment given to the film. And yeah, we're hoping the same love comes through.
For sure, for sure. So can you tell us something about your character and what made you say yes to it?
So my character is of this girl Sanya, who is from Karnal, small city, and through her journey and through certain circumstances in life, she comes to believe that this is an important conversation that needs to be driven, and it's even an understanding of her character to this is important. And what I loved about the film was, like you said, it's not preachy, it's entertaining. And when you're handling a sensitive topic, when you're speaking about something that is considered a so-called taboo in the society, you need to make sure, it's very difficult to make sure that it's still family driven. And that was the beauty of this script, that I can watch it with my parents and so can everybody else. Like you can watch the trailer with people around you, you'll be able to watch the film, because there's not one scene which is double meaning or one dialogue or anything meant to sort of grab eyeballs or sensationalize any content of the film. It's been projected as a very matter of fact, basic science, humor, entertainment, and that's why I said yes to the film.
Okay. I also want to understand, see, we are talking about abortions and we are talking about the importance of, using protection and sex education. While everything is happening, when something happens with a woman, it takes a toll on her mental health as well. So
Yeah.
is there also something that we'll see in the film that, how it impacts a woman
So
majorly?
we're slightly touching upon that topic, but that was the reason for me to sort of be so attached to the conversation, because it's never a conversation about how many abortions is it okay for a woman's body to handle. A human body can't handle more than two. And there is a lot of trauma, like you rightly said, of whether it's physical, mental, emotional, attached to it. But it's never given enough importance because it's never a conversation. Sometimes when you don't know about something, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And it's so sad that so many women who are suffering from all these problems have normalized pain as a part of their life instead of normalizing the conversation around it.
True, true. Rakul, was there anything that you had to research about or know deeply about while working on the film?
So most of the research was done by the team, and I would give the credit to director Tejas and the writers on it, because it came to me as a script plus added statistics on the side. Because when you're reaching out to an actor, they give you a holistic
Yeah.
approach to the film, and I was surprised to see the statistics. We're only 7% population of our country that uses protection,
Yes.
and we are the highest with teenage pregnancies, highest with illegal abortions because of that, which is again a trauma to all these kids. And I think the sad part is that a lot of these women are not even aware that there are protective measures to protect them.
Right.
So the conversation will only drive once the awareness is there.
Right.
And even if they know, then then they think that this is not their right. They can't ask for it. So I feel my plea is that every man who truly cares for his partner should care for her well-being, and every
Right.
woman should possibly derive a voice from this film or from whatever film you watch on such subjects to take care of herself.
I agree. Rakul, I'll tell you something personally. Uh, if you are a part of a film, I am ready to spend 1,000 rupees, 1,200 rupees, whatever to, buy a ticket. So
Oh, so
that
sweet. That made my day.
because I've been seeing your, journeys, been talking to you, you know, seeing how you have come up and worked hard for it. But I want to understand, at this stage in your career, how do you choose your scripts? Are you like picky now, or you just want to, because the films that you're a part of are mostly conversation starters. So what's your take on that?
No, not always. I think Katputli and Thank God were very different. They were not conversation driven, and so was Runway. But it was Dr. G and Chhatriwali, which are sort of conversation starters. But and I want to do a blend of everything. I want to do the commercial Nach Gana, the Bollywood style films, and then I do want to do films that take home a message. I feel that as an actor, the beauty is that you can be versatile. So why should I slot myself in one category? So I want to keep experimenting and do this and that, because I believe I can. I can do a hard hitting. I mean, I can do a film like a Runway where there is sans
Right.
makeup and something like this, and then I can do a film which is commercial or De De Pyar De School and all of those. So I feel that I want to do all kinds of cinema because cinema gives us that opportunity.
Right. The film is releasing on Z5, which is an OTT platform. I want to understand. I also know that from since day one, the film had to release on OTT. But do you
Yeah.
think because of that, it will reach more people, more audience? Because Z5 has
Actually,
good reach.
Actually, yes, and especially for a subject like this, because what happens is that when you are dealing with a taboo subject, there could be, may or may not be, preconceived notions about whether you can spend that kind of money and go with your family and watch it in theaters. So when
Right.
you want to break a taboo, you have to first reach those people, and when you are coming to their homes, even if not as a family, and even if they watch single-handedly, separately, at least after they watch, they will have a change of mindset that we are talking about something that's so normal and important, and hence in future they'll be able to watch films together, or maybe they'll say, let's watch this again together. But the more important factor here is to reach them.
Right.
And I think Z5 gives you that reach besides the cities, even in the tier 2, tier 3 sectors of our country, which is more important for a subject like this. So I'm very happy, and the kind of reach that Z5 has, and the way, honestly, when the trailer came out, of course, you have a little bit of nervous energy, and I was hoping that people are supportive, and and we have like good word around it. But I was amazed at the kind of support that came on YouTube comments. I've even posted a few on my stories, and it's just collectively so many people feeling that this is so important.
Yes. So because you're talking about it, I want to understand, do you go back to, social media, YouTube, to check the comments? And how do you deal, because there are trollers, faceless accounts. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, I try and read as much as I can. Not always go through all the content. And
Right.
anytime there is a troll, I just skip. Like I have no energy in my life to sort of absorb that negativity. There's too much work. There's too many other things happening. I like to soak in the positivity and then just move ahead.
I
Because where
like
there's good, there's bad. It's my choice as to what I let affect me.
I agree. I totally agree. Rakul, Yaria to Tango to now Chhatriwali, you have given us some incredible films, and characters. I would say probably if the film is not good, your character has always been, something that people have liked.
Right.
Okay. I want to understand, how has your journey been so far? And was there a time when people said, go back, tumse nahi ho paega, chodo ye sab, something like that?
No, not really. I think people are who, like my parents were always very supportive. They never, in fact, I was the one who had told myself that I'm going to give myself 2 years. And if I don't crack it in 2 years from the time I moved to Bombay, then I'll get back to my studies because I was a good student. Because I knew that whatever I do, I have to do it well. I can't be a struggler in anything that I do. And I've been very lucky that I've got the support, and the universe made it happen for me. Of course, there were tough days, and that's a normal of anyone's life. In whatever profession, you will have your highs and lows. And I have no complaints about that. The struggle makes your journey beautiful. If you don't have that, then you don't enjoy the success. So yeah, there were rejections. There were people who said, maybe I think you should do this to your nose, or change your this and change your, and I'm like, okay, this is what it is, this is what, and that's okay. Who are those people? Everybody is okay to have an opinion. It's how confident I am about myself, and that drive that I have in me. And I was like, and I'm that kind of person. If you tell me that you are wrong, I'll be like, "Acha, ab to main karke dikhaungi." So, so I think that just kept me going. And largely, I met great people on the way, and everyone's been really kind and supportive.
Yes. I would really want to talk to you about this because coming from you, people will understand it better because you are a personality. You said struggles. We spoke about depression. I really want, because the industry that we are a part of, especially the actors, it's not easy. You guys put in real hard work. Things that you do, probably the audience is not even aware of. Working
Right.
for endless hours and working in difficult conditions. We see a glamorous side. I want to understand, does it take a toll on your mental health? And if it does, how do you cope with it?
Of course, in the beginning, things do affect you a little more than they do once you are accustomed to it. I would be lying if I say nothing affects even now, because sometimes you are like, why do we have to sensationalize everything? We are working, like you yourself said, that we work endless hours, and trust me, 14 hours is a normal working day.
I know, I
6 hours of sleep is like a boon. So I think the more conversations go around that everyone is working hard to sort of do their work, and I think somewhere just the fact that we want to sensationalize everything or give it like a masala, or do things for
yes.
clickbaits, that affects you. But I think on the journey you become stronger. I've become way more stronger than I was in the beginning. Shuru mein, my first, second film, so I used to feel, "Arey, they've written this, they've written that." Now I don't even read. I'm like, I know the truth. My friends and family know the truth, and that's all that matters.
Exactly, exactly. Rakul, you also had a humble beginning. I want to understand now you've reached a point where you probably can afford almost everything. But does it happen that while before buying a thing, you see the price tag and like बाद में लेंगे जब
Yeah,
discount
yeah,
आए?
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. मैं अभी भी full price tag पे नहीं ले सकती. You know, I mean, of course, I'm talking about the high-end brands, and I don't feel the need for it. If I've grown up in a middle class upbringing, and of course, being an army kid, you have the opportunities, but you don't have the money. So that mindset in me will not change. So I will only buy what is a necessity. I can't splurge. I don't have those lavish expenses that I need to not repeat my clothes or not repeat my bags. I just feel that you could use that money more constructively as opposed to just splurging. And that mindset, I think, cannot be taken away from me. I
Probably
still
the
know कि
first.
वो सब्जी कितने की आ रही है और उसका कितना change बचता है. That also I keep a tab on.
Nice. I mean, probably you're the first actor who has said that. So I really, appreciate. But still, is there anything that you splurge on, or probably, something that you really like?
I think
Anything?
splurging on travel, because I feel that that's worth it, because it's experiencing life. But on materialistic things like buying the most expensive shoes every time I travel may not be the first thing. Of course, I buy if I really like it. But
Yeah.
how many of those do I need? That's a conversation always. There's no end to greed, and there's no end to having an endless wardrobe. So I just feel that I'd rather spend that money, and I budget it. Okay, that if I want to go, then I'm going to spend it on holidays and on experiencing different things and on growing that part of my personality, because invariably all these things sort of shape you into the person that you become. Yeah.
Probably I need to learn that from you. So yes. Rakul, what's next? I know that two films are coming, but what are those two films? What can you tell us
I
about it?
can't speak about those two films, but I can tell you those are two extremely different genres. One I would be heading, and the other one is a rom-com space.
Oh,
And I will speak more about it when I can. And besides that, there are two films in Tamil, which I've finished, which is Indian 2 and Alan.
okay. But also, even if it's Tamil, because of OTT, eventually it will come on OTT platform if it is not for OTT.
Indian 2, which is Shankar Shaw's film, will be a pan-India project.
Exactly. So that was my point. Do you think now language is also no barrier? I watch everything with subtitles happily. So do you think that's also a good side of OTT platforms?
Yeah, so I think the OTT space has given us a huge, even a vaster, wider audience. And that's again like a way the technology has evolved, our consumption pattern has evolved, and it's a great time, right? That content from all across, not only just India but globally, can be consumed sitting at home. So I think it's a great time because boundaries are not deciding great films. Um, yeah.
Thank you so much for your time, and please keep shining, keep giving us the best that you are already doing.
Thank you so much.